From the studios of Books in Motion, this is Stephanie Brush reading Murder on Rattlesnake Island by Larry Names. Now let's begin with Murder on Rattlesnake Island, Chapter 1. A gentle breeze blew up from the south, promising a sunny, warm Christmas day in Southern California. Mac Sennett hated Christmas when it fell in the middle of his work week at the Keystone Moving Picture Company studio in Edendale. He loved the holiday when the calendar showed it on a Sunday, and he was okay with Christmas being on a Saturday because when it did, he only lost a half day of shooting the most farcical comedies ever made. But Christmas on a weekday meant no filming, and much worse, no profit for a whole day. Since he couldn't make his cameramen, directors, actors, and extras work on a holiday, Sennett saw no reason for him to waste the day lollygagging around somebody's house, waiting for a glutinous dinner of ham, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, candied yams, and creamed corn, followed by a dessert of mincemeat pie or carrot cake. Instead, he had arranged a picnic for 4 on a beach that would surely be absent of bathers on this auspicious day. Normally, the Director General of the Keystone Moving Picture Company would call Willie James, the studio's chauffeur, and have him drive the company's fallow brown Cadillac Model 1913 for him. That would be on any other day. This was Christmas Day. Willie had a family of his own with whom he wished to celebrate this special occasion. For Sennett, the people at Keystone were his family. Today he would drive the caddy himself. Sennett's favorite member of the Keystone ensemble of actors was, of course, the charming and vivacious brown-eyed Mabel Normand. He invited her under the original plan, thinking they could spend some time together, just the two of them, without all those furtive glances from everybody at the studio or in a restaurant or nightclub. Didn't happen. Mabel batted her beautiful brown eyes at Sennett. "Oh, Mac, a picnic at the beach on Christmas Day is a wonderful idea. I'll tell Maisy, and maybe she can get Milo to join us as well." Sennett knew better than to argue with his leading actress. He sighed and gave in without any of the usual debate between them, which often made strangers think they were married. They weren't. The Keystone crew had only been making moving pictures in Southern California since the end of August, when Sennett, Mabel, Ford Sterling, Fred Mace, Henry Pathé Lehrman, and cameraman Irving Willard stepped off the California Limited at the Santa Fe Railroad's La Grande Depot in Los Angeles. Maisy Malone joined them a month later, arriving by train at the same station on the day Leslie Clover was murdered. Milo Cole had been in the States since late April, trying to catch on as an actor with other companies, but having little success until Sennett and company showed up and gave him a real opportunity to break into the business. Maisy became a close friend to Mabel, and Milo found a niche as Sennett's personal gopher. Sennett navigated the Cadillac from the studio to Mabel's apartment building on 7th Street. Maisy lived in the same building, and Cole took a red car to meet them there. Mabel looked into the back seat. "Where's the picnic basket?"
"We'll pick it up at the Hollywood Hotel. I called the chef there and asked him to throw one together for us. Told him to pick out a couple bottles of their best wine to go with the meal. I brought the studio still camera, too."
"Good idea, Mac. So what beach are we going to?"
"I don't know yet. We'll drive to Santa Monica and then decide whether to go up or down the coast from there."
Maisy queried. "Up the coast?"
"Yeah. Tom Ince's studio's up the coast, and Venice and Redondo are down the coast. Let's see how we feel about it once we get there."
"Fair enough." Sennett peered sideways at Maisy.
"You know, Miss Malone, you say that a little too often, and it's beginning to get on my nerves."
Maisy turned her head and squinted a few daggers in Mac's direction. "Say what, Mr. Sennett?"
"You know those 2 words you always say when most people would say something like, okay, or that would be fine. You know, something different that means the same thing."
Mabel entered the fray. "Never mind him, Maze. He's in one of his snits. Just ignore him." Maisy considered the advice of both Normand and Sennett before replying. "No, Mabel, I think you might be right. I do say fair enough a lot. I can see how it might get on someone's nerves." Mabel giggled a bit precocious.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?